get it formatted. Because of the size, I'm using the GUID formatting tool to get it formatted to FAT32.
I think the USB drive E FAT32 volume label Lin 3DS. Start. Yes. Need to find another process. Close that. Go start that. There we go. Okay. So that should be it. Done. What do you say now?
Go ahead and power down your system and then swap the SD cards out. This is going to create the necessary files that we need on the new SD card.
Okay. So I'm going to do that real quick. He said power it down. Let it shut off. And then put in the new SD card. So take that out. Take the old one out. Putting in the new micro SD with the adapter and plugging it into here. I know I don't have the angle right, but let's do it this way. It should go facing. No, oh wait, it faces this way. Yeah, backwards. All right, let me see what happens next. It's been a while since I modded 3DS. All right, so we're gonna power on. Should give us a prompt once it's on that it'll register the new there we go. And then it says power back off.
Now it's time to download all the necessary files we're going to need to homebrew the system.
Okay, so I'm gonna power back off and get those files ready to download. I'm gonna download them off camera, but I have them all open. Actually, before I do that, he says to make a new folder, so we're gonna call it like he did 3DS home brew, like that, nice and easy. All right, so after downloading all of the files that we need, which I'm going to link JayBoyModz video in the description because he has all the links and such. Maybe I'll try and put them in here as well. We have all of the links that we needed. We're going to unzip all of these zipped files to continue forward with the modding process.
A few moments later.
Alrighty, I got all the files that we needed to right now on the SD card. We're gonna take it out, put it on our system, and continue forward watching the guide for this one. After we turn it back on, make sure that we set it to today's date. So today it's March 31st for me. So it says March 31st. Make sure that your date is correct. And like I said, I'm like half kind of just doing this, not as a tutorial, just to show. I'll link a couple different tutorials below. Hey, it rhymed.
Before we click this link, we have to do a couple steps first. Press select and then tap the star to create a bookmark of this page.
I kind of missed what he was doing, so I have to relook again. You click Google. And he said before we continue, what did he say? Press select? I'll see what he said.
Before we click this link, we have to do a couple steps first. Press select and then tap the star to create a bookmark of this page.
Press select, tap the star to make a bookmark of the page? Oh, did I do the wrong one? Oh no, I think I did it right.
Next, press start and then scroll down to this little wrench here and select the settings. We need to delete all the browser cookies, so scroll down a little bit until you see the word cookie, tap on that and then tap A.
Cookie A.
Now just press the home button and then relaunch the browser.
Okay.
Alright, once the page reloads, it's time.
Let's see, tap the browser.
To tap that go-go button.
Tap the go-go button?
You should get a notification like this, just press OK, and then you should see some funky colors, but that's a good thing. Shortly after, you should be booted straight into the Homebrew launcher.
Huh? Hang on.
Hey guys, this is Relay I while I'm editing, and it turns out that the old 3DS does not support the browser hack, so you have to use on the 3DSModz Guides written guide for the older version. I'll show you in the next clip, but it took me about 30 minutes messing around and checking on the Discord with people on how to do it, just because I just wanted to make sure I got it done right. But again, if you're using an old 3DS, you have to use the written guide. You cannot do the browser hack that JayBoyModz was doing in his video.
So, because this is an old 3DS, I don't know, I have to do, or I knew it was an old 3DS, but I have to do the MS9 Install. I went to the forum, or went to the Discord and asked around, and they said I have to do it this way, which is a little different, but I'm just going to follow their written guide, and I'll update you on what's happening, but I'm just going to follow through it and see what happens. Alrighty, I got it. Here we go in the Bootstrap 9. Back not started yet. Yeah, I had to go back and forth, like take the SD card out while having it on, and then I had to go into the settings and like follow the guide, but it was, I think continuing on, it should be good, but I'm gonna continue following the guide this way for the MS9 old 3DS guide. So I think I did everything right, so now we're going to power off our console, because we just went through all the menus that I needed me to go through. Powering it off, we're going to insert SD card into computer. This is much more difficult than when I did my 3DS or my brother's 2DS, but that's okay. Okay, run the mset script again. So mset. Corresponding number, 1, enter. 1, enter. What did I do? Took 3 to remove. 3. Did it work? You should say something. I'm gonna try and open it again. 1, enter. 3, enter. That's removed. Close the script. Close. This main console boot into Luma 3DS by default. Luma does not engage when your console has been into the home menu. It is running custom firmware on the next page you install. Use the home application before you set up. Finalizing setup. The script hang on. The file boot.firm is launched by Bootstrap itself off the NAND from the 3DS with TM pad allowing it to run. On this page, we'll take critical file system and install some homebrew programs. Most of these steps will be automated using a script that will run on your console. If you need 3DS, blah, 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 no. What you need, finalize helper. Okay, so I guess what I'll do to make sure is to take this out, put it back in the 3DS, turn it on. If it works, we're good, take it back out. Yeah, let it back on and off. Remember, lots of on and off when you're modding this console. If it boots right into the normal menu, then we should be good. And then I guess instead of doing it that way, I'll just download these that it wants me to, this way. Alright, we're gonna power it off, and proceed from there. Section of power console, insert into your computer, copy, finalize ROMs to the SD card, open Luma folder and SD card before payloads inside of it, doesn't exist. Okay, hang on. Just kind of reading ahead a little bit. This is interesting. In this section, copy the files necessary. Come on. Okay, power console, copy, finalize ROMs to the root of your SD card. Hang on. Where is it? Downloads. Finalize ROMs to the root of the SD card. I'm gonna keep all that because I don't know. Finalize ROMs, and then open Luma folder in your SD card and create folder and payloads. Here's Luma, new folder, payloads. And copy finalize helper into there. Finalize helper into the copy finalize ROMs to the root of your SD card. Hang on. Where is it? Downloads. Finalize ROMs to the root of the SD card. Can I keep? I'm gonna keep all that because I don't know. Finalize ROMs, and then open Luma folder in your SD card and create a folder named payloads. Here's Luma. New folder, payloads, and copy finalize helper into there. Finalize helper into the payloads folder, right? Reinsert your SD card into your console. Gonna eject that. Screenshot below indicates the minimum layout required. Hang on. Boot, I had those in there, right? No, now I want to check, so I wasn't even sure if I had those files in there. Boot, firm, boot, yeah, okay. Okay. Reinsert it back into the console. This is a little more than I remember, or than I thought it was going to be. Okay. In this section, you'll update your system latest firmware, which is safe to do with custom firmware. Update your console in the system settings, other settings, then all the way to the right. Updates while using B9S and Luma, what you are safe. The updater display, you are updating as normal. Okay. Settings. Update while using B9S. Oops. Okay, can I go back? Okay, I didn't mean to press the calibration. Let's go back. Updates. Agree, make sure it's updates. So it says it's okay. Alrighty, setup is complete. And to shut off. So A to shut off the power. Alright, so now we're going to insert the SD card back in the computer, copy the GM. Okay, so we're just going to make a little backup real quick. So just to follow through, insert into computer. And copy the GM9 backup to a safe location. GM9 backup. Copy, and we'll just do ping 3ds backup, paste, and what else? The folder contains the essential file contained here. You still have them. Delete the two sysnand files and GM9 backup folder from your SD card. The essential EXF. So I can keep essential EXF, but we're gonna just copy this one to my computer. So, close that out. Where did it say? Where? Where is it? The two sysnand files are your NAND backups and can be, if you still have them, delete the two sysnand files from the, okay. From the GM9 backup. These are the sysnand files. So I can delete them from this. But the EXEF file, essential, I can keep it on there for ease of access. So technically, this should be all set. Technically, it should be all set. I don't know what happened, but I think my phone went on low battery when I was talking, so it stopped recording. So I'm gonna get a charger real quick. But I just did a backup. I think the modding, I don't know what happened, and I don't really, this is not gonna need to or can check right now, but plug it in, it should be charging now. Yeah, phone's charging. We finished modding it, did a little backup on the computer and a little pink 3DS backup. Now I just want to make sure that the launches in correctly and such. And it looks like Universal Updater is on here. Homebrew Launcher is here. Don't know what that is, I don't remember. FBI, Save Manager, Themes. Sweet, so it's all on there. Nice. Now let's before I continue, I want to check the guide, because now that this is good technically, I'm gonna watch the rest of JayBoyModz and see how to region unlock it, and I'll be right back. Okay, for the region unlock, I had to get I'm just using what they recommend on the modding, like the main modding page. BitTorrent, I have to torrent it. So I had to click old 3DS or 2DS USA since I'm using an old 3DS, and that'll help with the next steps to region change it. So right now I think I can just go off the video of JayBoy, but we'll see what happens. Alrighty, let's continue forward.
File. And these are the two folders we're going to be focusing on right now. The 3DS Starter Pack and the CTR Transfer. Open the CTR Transfer folder. There will be two files inside of that. Drag those to the root of your SD card.
Transferring.
Next, we need to go back into the 3DS Starter Pack folder. Grab all of its contents and drag them to the root of your SD card.
Okay, hang tight. Once this transfers, I'll do that. And again, this is the region unlock part now, so hopefully it'll work. I don't know if I'm gonna do any crazy editing, just probably quick shots, or not quick shots, but just quick transfers. But what do you say? I open up the 3DS Starter Pack and move all those over. Oop.
When asked, merge and replace all folders and files.
Okay. Now what?
Alright guys, you done real good if you made it this far. We are on the home stretch. So go ahead and take your SD card and put it back in your 2DS or 3DS system. Hold the start button and press the power button to boot into God Mode 9.
Back into God Mode 9. So let's see. What does it say? Start and power on. God Mode 9.
We're on the home From here on the top screen, select the first option, SD card no label. Scroll down to the first CTR transfer image file. It's the 1GB one and select it. Select transfer image to CTR NAND. Press A and then do the combo key to unlock the sysNAND.
Okay, let me see.
For the first CTR transfer image file, it's the 1GB one and select it. Select transfer image to CTR NAND. Press A and then do the combo key to unlock the sysNAND.
Transfer image to CTR NAND.
Alright, this is it. This is the total recall moment. Your 3DS is being wiped of its previous self, and when it awakens, it will now be a US citizen.
Neat.
Press A to continue, and then press start to reboot the system.
That was doing its thing. There we go. That's moving. Also, I know we're focusing on this guy right now, but I can't wait to do something more about this guy right here. This I'm going to definitely talk about in a fuller length video and maybe throw in some expandable storage to it. Yeah, so the hardest part with this was because it's an old 3DS, I had to do a different guide. I couldn't use his full guide because he looks like he's doing it on the new 2DS. So it just isn't the older system, it needed the different guide to it, which wasn't terrible. Had to download Python, but literally, I mean, the guide is so easy to follow on what to do. So, honestly, if you're using an old 3DS or old 2DS, follow the guide first before watching a YouTube video. Not that this one was bad, this was great, because this part I needed for them. But definitely use the written guides made by the community as well. Okay. Successful. A to continue. Right permission change. Relock them. Yes. Let's see what he says.
Wiped of its previous self, and when it awakens, it will now be a US citizen. Press A to continue, and then press start to reboot the system.
Start to reboot the system. Start to reboot the system. Preparing to start. Let's see.
Once it boots back up, we just want to hop into the system settings now that we can read them and run a system update.
I think that's so cool how that does that.
And congrats, you should now be on a US 11.17 firmware system.
Let's see. Let's see. Took a little bit. Hey, look at that. It's in English. It's in the King's English. Creating home menu management. System update. Yeah, sure. It wants to update anyway, so he said to update it. Let's update it since it wants to update. I accept. Let me see. Updating. What do you say? What is it, 11.1?
Now, the last thing we need to do is I like to go to the language and make sure that it's set to English. Sometimes when you install games, they'll still be in Japanese for some reason, but I found that if you just change the language to English manually in the settings, it fixes that problem. Now,
okay, let's do that once it updates. Okay, updated, and we're gonna restart. And then once it's restarted, we'll triple check, make sure all of those modding tools are still there. And then I can get to putting games on here, which will be something for another time. I'll do anything else that I have to do on here. I just wanted to sort of document this experience and just ramble through, but ooh, don't I have it already? Am I gonna have it twice now? I think I'm gonna have it twice now. Uh-oh. Oh, wait a minute, no. Wait a minute. Oh, that's weird. It re-changed it all up. That's okay. There we go. Now I have my successfully modded, custom firmware, region changed, pink Japanese, let's see, where is it? Japanese 3DS for my gal. And I'm gonna put games that she asked me to put on here for her and get her some like Cooking Mama, Donkey Kong, Animal Crossing, throw all my files that I have on my DS of those games onto here for her. Remember, you can only do that if you have the cartridge. It is not legal to go steal them off the interwebs, so don't do that. All right, hope you enjoyed. Bye-bye.